So, I wanted to talk this morning about alpha sharing, shall we? So, I'm noticing just in my coaching practice that there's a lot of women dealing with the confines of their relationships not really being what they want in the relationship. And what I've found and am continuing to find is that a lot of times ladies are choosing incorrectly based upon what they desire in their relationships. So, because there are certain things that they want and they desire, um, I don't think they realize that the choice they're making with the man they're choosing is the reason why the results they're getting isn't to their basically to their liking, or should I say they're just very exhausted, very frustrated by what they're seeing, and they're just so over it, to the point where a lot of women are just like, you know what, I've had enough. I don't want to deal with this. I'm not even enjoying my experience in these love affairs. And so, because of that, I noticed that I think when we look at what we like as far as women, um, let's just say we really truly find the most attractive with the alpha males. And so, because alpha males are much more appealing to the eye, should I say, because of their traits, their characteristics, their mannerisms, and their confidence, we're finding ourselves to be more moved or more attracted or more giddy, should I say, with the alpha males because of the fact that we want them to be hours and hours alone. So, alpha males have certain characteristics that I'm going to go over with you so that you guys can pay attention to, just kind of going back in your memory and seeing what your desire or your taste was in the certain men that you were dating. Were these men that you were into, did they have these certain characteristics? Now, beta males can also have these traits, so don't just take this as gospel, but I am telling you that these certain traits usually favor the alpha male. Okay, so just pay attention. So, first of all, alpha males have an assertive side. They are usually very resilient. They have a social confidence and they're leaders. Okay, so they usually also exhibit a competitive nature. So they're usually a little competitive. Okay, these traits I don't want you to not think about, but these traits are usually very attractive when we as women first come into desiring wanting to be in a relationship with them. So, why I'm explaining this to you, I want you guys to think back on what it was that you were attracted to when you first got with the gentleman that you're either with right now or men in your past. Again, the traits are assertiveness, resilience, social confidence, leadership, and did they exhibit having a competitive nature? The reason why I want you to think about this is because a lot of times we as women don't really go back and see why we were attracted to the men that we ended up being in a relationship with. And so, because of that, we just end up dating in the future the same man with a different birth date, the same man with a different name. the same man, but he's not the same person, but he's got the same characteristics. Why is it that we are drawn to the alpha male? So I want to talk about alpha sharing because I don't think we talk about this, ladies, and we don't talk about it because, hey, Corey, we don't talk about this because we don't want to admit to ourselves that we have a taste, a desire for certain types of men. So I'm going to go over the traits one more time. If you want, please feel free to write these down because they really are something that you should be taking a look at in your past relationships, so that I'm going to give you a reason why I think you should write these down so you can pay attention to, hey, Corey, happy Halloween to you too. So you can pay attention to what these traits do and what they mean and why we seem to be, as women, why we seem to get so attracted to these men that are alpha males, okay? And as you see on the title for this video, it's called Alpha Sharing. So there's a reason why I'm explaining about the fact that we're sharing these alphas. I'm going to explain in the future of this video, I'm going to explain why we end up sharing them, okay? So here we go. Traits of an alpha male are assertiveness, resilience, social confidence, and leadership. And they usually have a competitive nature. Now, if you can think back to the men that you've dated that in your past, have you noticed that you're normally drawn to the man that has social confidence? He kind of has a drive to him. He can put his foot down when he doesn't like certain things in his, even at his job. Is he more like a manager? Is he always kind of the lead over people that he's around? Does he seem to feel like he can tell someone the truth even when everybody else wants to kind of dial back and not say anything? Does he have a voice? Is he someone that's kind of dominant? Like he doesn't hold back who he is. He has no problem with standing in his truths. All of these characteristics, ladies, is alpha traits. Hey, Kevin, all of these characteristics, ladies, are alpha traits. So if you find that you are attracted to men that are leaders, assertive, they're socially confident, these men are normally alpha males, okay? The reason why I'm trying to get your minds wrapped around understanding what an alpha male looks like is so that you can understand why you keep going into these relationships with alpha males and then why you end up getting upset with them because you are like, he's really all that and a bag of chips. However, the trials and tribulations that you're having with these guys is that not only do you see him, but a lot of other females see him. And not only that, he's attractive. He's moving other women. So other women are finding him attractive. So ladies, the reason why I want you guys to hear me and pay attention, alpha sharing is because of all of these characteristics and traits. You as a woman, I'm trying to help you to understand why we seem to get in these binds with these alpha males. If we are a woman that desires to be just with one man and one man only, and we're drawn to continue to get with only alpha men because we love that they're assertive and resilient and handsome and confident and all of those things and have all these traits, and we love them. However, we're getting frustrated because not only we see them, but so does everybody else. And now we're having some issues going on within the confines of our what? Relationship, right? So let's get down with the get down. So ladies, we love having the alpha male because we love those traits about alpha men. One thing that we have to understand is when I explain to you those certain traits, if you can think about why does alpha males seem to get more attention, is because they have the resilience. They have the social confidence. They're leaders. And what's tough is when we're drawn to these men, we can't get enough of them. And once we like them and we want to love on them, we start to realize that, yeah, that's good and everything. But now we're finding our, hey, access, we're starting to find out, oh no, he's starting to get attention from other people, other women, other ladies. And now I'm getting a little beside myself because I can't handle the fact that now all that I love about him is not just me loving it, but other people. So here we go. So, ladies, if you are women that are really into wanting a one on one relationship, and you have a tendency to love on these tendencies, and you love men that have these qualities and they have these characteristics, I'm giving you an understanding so that you can become more aware of what it is that your upset seems to be. Ladies, these men that are alpha males, 9 times out of 10, are going to be attractive. And because of their attractiveness, other women are going to find them attractive. And because of that, you now have to figure out, okay, what do I need to do? Because if I seem to only be moved by alpha males that have these traits, how am I supposed to be okay with being in a solid relationship with these men? Well, we have to understand about the alpha sharing. Okay, ladies, I know we don't like to talk about sharing, especially if we're really monogamous women, or we're women that only want to be with, only have a one-on-one, and we don't want to do all that because we ain't got that to do. Because what we're not going to do is share our man. Well, unfortunately, because he's an alpha male, 9 times out of 10, these alpha men have these characteristics, and because they have the characteristics alone, they're going to be easily seen, not just from you, but from other females. Here's the truth. It's really difficult for us ladies to come to these terms of understanding this, but I'm trying to give it to you to where you can understand it, to where it's not going to take away your desire to want a relationship, but I'm just trying to help you to understand that alpha males have these traits, and because they do, they are going to most likely be highly attractive and sought after by not just you, but other women. Here's what's true. Are you ready? Now, sharing an alpha male, let's talk about that. In some cultures, women will share one man. It's not uncommon. Some different areas and cultures, there's one man and he has sometimes several wives. He might have several ladies. He might be in a community, and then he might be on a land, but he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 families. That's not uncommon. So for you ladies that are not doing well in your love affair because you have an attitude about these guys, I want you guys to do a little studying on why alphas are usually the men that get shared. They're shared because normally, here we go, their characteristics of leadership, being resilient, having social confidence, is what we deem as women that we never talk about. But when we're wanting to procreate and have children, and you know, we normally want our children to have these qualities. Because of that, these qualities, assertiveness, resilience, social confidence, and leadership, is what we want to have in our offspring. So in different cultures, some cultures desire to have one man to procreate with various different women so that his qualities go into the children. And this, my love, is why they usually are desirous, not just for you, but for many different women. Now, here's what's also true. I want you to understand that I'm not telling you that all alpha men have all these different women, or that all alpha men are only the ones that get down with all these different families. No, there's also beta males that have multiple families. There's also beta males that have, multiple relationships. So it's not just that. But I'm telling you, you're welcome, Ken. I'm telling you this so that you understand that some of these alpha men are sought after because of the beautiful traits they carry. They carry assertiveness. They have the social confidence. They know how to be leaders. And when you have children with these men, normally your children will also carry those characteristics. If you encourage the children while in their development, if you encourage the children to take on those traits. So I have to also say that it also comes down to the mother and the woman to also teach the children that the father's traits of these characteristics of assertiveness and social confidence is a good trait to have. Okay, so that's another thing. Now, all alpha men are not only poly men. Some alpha men are monogamous and they only have one woman and they're okay with that and it's fine for them. I'm just giving it to you so you understand that some of these alpha men, yes, they are monogamous. But listen to me. I want you to pay attention so that you get it. The ones that are monogamous, get ready. Put your listening ears on. Pay attention. The alpha men that are monogamous usually have a woman or a wife that welcomes the attraction to come into his space. Here's what's real. Alpha males that have assertiveness, they're resilient, they're socially confident, and their leaders are so attractive. So no matter what you do, whether you are in the relationship with him or not, these wives and women that are in his space that he seems to be monogamous with actually welcome the other people to be attracted. Now, get this, here's something else. I always prick the mind to get you to think. Alpha males are not only just attractive to the women, but they're also attractive to heterosexual men. The reason they're attractive is because, listen, oh, hey man, I love that suit you got on, or hey, where'd you get? I like your style, I like your charisma, I like your confidence. So other men draws to him also. So you know how we talk about bromances, and you're like, my man's out here, and this one man just has to be around him all the time. That's because he is an alpha male. He has the confidence. So men draw to him also. Magnetism and drawing and appeal comes regardless of the gender. That doesn't matter. So I'm here to let you know that it's another trait. So just to let you know that yes, your man can also be drawn in by other men. Straight men. I'm not talking about homosexual men. I'm talking about straight ones. They're like, man, I love, hey, you always got the greatest fragrance. You always get the finest women around you, man. I got to be around you so I can get some of that. That's why. Because he's got the traits that is going to draw what? Women? Here's what's real. When you understand alpha men has these qualities, you start to realize, oh, so I should be welcoming to his traits. I should be okay with the attractions. Yes, here's the skinny on that, and here's why. When alpha men are at their highest self, so let me put you up on game. When we are developing into who we are, alpha men start to have a development that comes into a different level of self. So as they're growing, as they're becoming more, into being more assertive, more resilient, there's a time when in that development, they have to figure out what is it really that I need to do to where I can shine the brightest. Because when these alpha men are shining the brightest, they have no problem with their finances. They end up having a lot of money. They can afford a lot of women. This is why. Because when they're shining and when they're at their highest level of resilience, of assertiveness, of leadership, their money comes flowing in because he is not holding back who he is to appease someone that can't handle him being in his highest self. Okay? So I'm helping you guys to get this because, ladies, we can't get enough of the alpha men because of these qualities. These characteristics is what draws us in. They make us want to be around them. They make us want to hold them all so tight, and no one else can have them. And they're usually, let's be honest, ladies, alpha men are usually excellent with lovemaking. So, since they're good at that too, now what? Now we're in this scenario where he's handsome, socially confident, great leader, has money, and he's also great in bed. Oh my goodness. Ooh. What am I supposed to do now? I'm going to hold him oh so tight and not let nobody else near him. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I know you want to. I know you want to hold him down, but that's not going to work. And let me explain something to you also, ladies. I'm just trying to help you out so you can understand this. You are attracted to these men because of these qualities. And because of these qualities being what drives you, I have to have you stop a minute and look at yourself. Because if alpha men have these qualities, the assertiveness, the resilience, they're leaders, they have a social confidence. When you look at yourself, you hold those qualities too, don't you? The men we desire, the men we want, usually is our reflection. They're usually the ones that match who we are as women. So guess what? If you always find yourself attracted to all these alpha males, you might want to set back yourself and start realizing, am I keeping myself in a container? Am I stopping myself from being assertive, resilient, socially confident? Am I slowing myself down? Am I stopping my sexy? What am I doing? You have to pay attention to this, ladies, because guess what? He is your reflection. So guess what? If you stop yourself from growing and being and flowing into your highest level of self, you're going to find yourself holding yourself back from you being not only resilient and sexy and beautiful, but you're holding yourself back from even you accomplishing wealth, you accomplishing your deepest desires, because you're holding yourself back from you taking on these traits. Here's what's real. Alpha males are very, very desirous. Yes. However, it takes a special kind of woman to be able to be in the presence and be all in, 10 toes in with a man like this. And if you are a woman that finds yourself with alpha males and realizes that, man, in my past, most of my relationships failed because I could not stand all these other women or all this other shenanigans going on, you might want to step back and see, is it because he's an alpha male and you weren't really understanding what alpha men come with? Again, I'm going to say this one more time. Alpha males aren't all cheaters either. Some alpha males can be a hell of a monogamous man and be locked all up into you. So don't think, oh, alpha men aren't even worth it. No, you didn't hear me. I said Some alpha men are monogamous and they don't play about their monogamy. And they're great at it. It's just that the ones that have wives or women or lovers that just understand that he is going to be constantly sought after. He's going to get inboxes. He's going to have to be engaging with other women. He's going to have to be out here. There's no way a man of this kind of trait, with these kind of traits, assertiveness and resilience, that can just stay in a box and be only with me. Even if we're in a one-on-one relationship and we have this monogamous relationship, he still has to have the ability to be able to be engaging with other people. I hope I helped somebody today. Make sure to share this video. Subscribe to my channel. Listen, I'm going to be doing a workshop November the 9th on this. The name of the workshop is called Alpha Sharing Beta Mary. It is a workshop that's $19 to join. It is November the 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will be on the virtual website on my Zoom channel, channel. So we can talk about what are your experiences with these alpha males. Why are you feeling so distraught? Why have you continue to have the love affairs that you're not really happy with? Well, I'm going to give you some more information. This information I gave today is something that's going to help you a little bit, but that workshop is going to be a whole different level, because not only am I going to teach you, I'm going to show you what is it that you truly want in a relationship. Do you want to be married? Do you want to be open? Do you want to just what do you want as a woman? Because if you don't know what you want, you're just going to get what you get. So I'm going to provide you with the ways to look at being more intentional in your relationships. It's not hard to be intentional. It just requires for us to get down and pay attention to what it is we want. Listen, I can want a man all day and be all happy about it and be all in my monogamy and not ever be able to tie a man down to me because I don't understand what is an alpha man coming with. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, no, nobody taught us this. Nobody taught us the difference between an alpha male and a beta male. Nobody told us that just because you get with a beta male and they can conform to what you want doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be faithful to you either. There's no safe way to do this if you're trying to be only locked into one person. Just not how it's going to happen. You're going to have to sit down and really pay attention to learning the traits, understanding it, studying, paying attention, talking to other females, learning from them, opening yourself up to other cultures, looking and learning. I spent a lot of time learning about other cultures, not to convert to their culture, but to understand it. One of the problems that we do as ladies is we get locked into our opinions or locked into how we want to do stuff, and we don't know the difference of, well, maybe I'm not doing this right. No, we just keep having the breakups and we keep having X's after X's after X's after X's, and then we're getting frustrated, and then we're like, the hell with men, and I'm just going to drink my life away. Come on now. We got to do better. I'm your coach, Carla Nicole. Go on my website, smileandsip.com, where you can actually grab your ticket today. Like I said, it's only $19 to jump on this. And I'm telling you, don't just get your ticket. Get you and your girlfriend some tickets. Get your girlfriend crew and get y'all to get these tickets. You guys need to learn how to distinguish between the alpha male and the beta male. And you have to stop thinking only one way, because that way apparently has had a lot of unfortunate situations and scenarios. And if all you keep seeing is yourself going X after X after X, then perhaps maybe you need to do things different. I'm here to tell you, I'm your coach. I will help you we can get it done. I just need you guys to jump on my website, smileandsip.com, and go over there and get your ticket today. Like I said, it's November the 9th. It's going to be at 7 p.m. I am going to have it interactive so you guys can actually share your experience, talk to me. It's just not me coaching to you. I'm going to give you some real good stuff. But it's also you coming in and saying, hey, coach, this is what I got going on. I've learned that I've only been with, mostly alpha males, and this is my experience, so that we can take what we've had, learn from it, and then choose differently, choose better the next time. Not just keep choosing the same man and keep getting the same result. That doesn't make any sense. We got to do this different so we can actually have a love life that we really, truly enjoy. Yesterday, I asked all of my people on my channel, I asked you guys, I said, are you happy in your love life? Do you like it? Answer it here. Do you like your love affair? Are you happy with it? If the answer is absolutely not, or not really, or I don't have a love life, you need to get over to the workshop on the 9th and just come. What's it gonna hurt? At this point, you spend $19 on a lot of other stuff that don't matter. Just get it done and come on over here with me. The last lady that did place her order, I think yesterday, she ended up winning some earrings. And I'm getting ready to ship them out today because I actually create jewelry too. These earrings are going to her today. I'm getting ready to ship them out. I'll do it again. The next person that signs up and gets their ticket to come, you get these earrings. They are created by me. They're nickel free. Doesn't cost you a thing. And guys, if you're on here, get your mama, get your sisters, get your besties, get them these. Because listen, these are so cute. You put them on and you wear them with your ball cap and you go. You don't have to do anything else. Just wear them. They're nickel free, so there's nothing that causes them to get a reaction to them. The next one that buys their ticket on smileandsip.com, they're yours. And it will be announced who gets the next ones. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad you joined. Again, I'll probably be on again tomorrow morning at 10:30 again tomorrow. So, and then I'm going to talk about the betas. Why are betas the ones that we should be marrying? Or why do we seem to find ourselves marrying mostly betas? Why is it betas that are more into the likeliness that we will marry them? Why? So we're going to talk about that tomorrow, okay? I'm out of here, guys. Make sure to share this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get notifications when I go live. Because sometimes I just might get moved and come on here and just go live. You never know. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm your coach, Carla Nicole. I'm signing off. Best kept. Bye, guys.